Rev Run returned to the Indy Toronto for a third year, with the 1K Kids Run and 5K event taking over the street circuit on the Friday evening. Event organizers Kevin Silva and Heather Page said that this year's Rev Run was the most fun yet, with a huge turnout of spectators, runners, and volunteers alike, including a record number of motorsports fans participating. The connection to racing included the sports car of Eric Kunz on track and featured on the medal, the CASC Miata Canada Cup pace car leading the front runners, and race car drivers Ava Cabral, Brady Clapham, Meyer Dehonorine, and Christian Moniz signing autographs and handing out those medals at the finish line.
We had the road to racing drivers participate in medal handing out at the finish line. And it's funny because we had about 10 people handing out medals, but everyone wanted their medal handed out to them by a race car driver. So that was really well done, and we're going to expand on that in the next year.
Post-race ceremonies included prizes handed out to podium finishers, the best-dressed runners, and shoes gifted to every 100th finisher.
We have a stout elite program where we put $1,000 on each podium. So we prize money via Culture Athletics, and they put up the cash on male, female, non-binary. We get out some former Olympians. We set fast times as we do as being a Canadian athletics certified race. We're always very proud to feature fast, but we're very proud to feature community. So we have people walking the entire 5K course, and we have people racing it in almost a sub 14-minute pace. So mixing the two is just like what we see in motorsports.
On the men's and women's and also on the non-binary side, we had a lot of new entrants, different competitors for the top. This was the fastest year ever for the women's field. The top 10 were significantly faster than in previous years. So it's really exciting, I think, to see sort of growth in that for women in the city, women in running, picking up that pace, picking up that speed. Saw a lot more representation in the non-binary category this year as well. So big shout out to Queer Run Club and the group that they kind of run and the community that they bring together to come out and support and cheer. And I think we see a lot of different groups from across the city coming out to support this and just be a part of, you know, a warm summer day in a cool environment. It's the same reason people drive hours to come to the Indy. It's just a cool spot. It's a cool environment. And for the runners as well, they bike here, they walk here, they run here, they TTC here, and they have a great time.
Rev Run continued its support of the Parkdale Community Food Bank, bringing awareness to their new location and volunteer program, while also raising more than $20,000 in donations.
3 years ago, I think they were serving around 8,000 families a month. Earlier this year was 13. This past month, they served 15,000 people, so 15,000 families through the Parkdale Community Food Bank. So I think we see certainly a growing need in the community, in the neighborhood, especially as West End runners, folks who live in this part of the city. These are your neighbors, these are your friends, family, whatever it might be that are using these services. So I think it behooves all of us to engage with that, participate it, support it, make it clear that these people are in our community, they're a part of the community, they're supported by the community. And really the team that runs Parkdale Community Food Bank puts their heart into it, and they take it very seriously, and they do their very best to give care and dignity and nutrition and health and healthfulness to these to their clients. And so I really take it upon ourselves to support that. As people who live and run around that neighborhood, often we're running in big groups, and we're taking up the sidewalk. And I think finding ways to move from like, oh, this is a running community event, it's fun, we're taking selfies with each other, to, okay, there's actually a purpose here. We're trying to raise money for a serious cause, and we take it very seriously. And maybe as individuals, we don't feel like we can make a great impact. But if every single person that's participating in our event gives a little bit, raises a little bit of money, then we can make a tremendous impact as a group and as a community. And I think that community is not just about vibes and fun, it's about what can you do with purpose and how can you engage and care for each other. And we really see this event as a vehicle for that.
As the event continues to grow, a new element in the weeks leading up to the race was a training program crafted by a NCAA Division I champion.
It's pretty difficult to see cars racing around the circuit at such high speeds and hold yourself back. I think everyone wants to achieve those speeds mentally, physically, whatever it is. Even if you look down and you think you're going as slow as a snail, as long as you feel good about the effort you put in, and those training programs allow for that.
Yeah, I think, that program was something this year that the Adrift team came to us alongside Stay Gold and said, hey, we have this idea. Do you think we could do it? I think we look at Rev Run as really a platform for the running community to try new things and explore different ideas. And people come to us and say, hey, can we incorporate this or that? And usually our answer is, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's look at what that could look like and figure out a way to make it happen. And Danny and Jack and Joel from Stay Gold really just did a fantastic job of putting together that program, engaging with the runners, and really helping them achieve their goals. And I don't know if we track PBs on course, but I think maybe we ought to start because there were definitely a lot this year.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of other races have bells, and they ring the bell when you get a personal best time. Of course, our race is going to do something a little bit different next year, so stay tuned for that.
Speaking of next year, with the FIFA World Cup coming to Toronto, details of next year's Indy are still in the works, but plans are already underway for a fourth Rev Run, including an appearance at the Motorama Custom Car and Motorsports Expo taking place in March.
And then I just wanted to tell everyone watching that Motorama has been a great supporter of our event, and we will have a physical presence at the Motorama show next year in 2026. So do come meet us in person, and we'll tell you all about it, and we'll probably have some open registrations for race fans. And if all goes well, we're crossing our fingers, then we'll be back bigger and stronger than ever. So what does that mean? That means we'll have more engagement from race fans, I hope, and that's incumbent upon us to deliver. And also we'll have more participants. We sold out a month and a half before the event. That's 1,000 registrations. We oversubscribed to 1,040 for some people who, begged, borrowed, stole for a registration. Next year, we just want to go, perhaps, I don't want to quote anything, but, in the 1,200 to 1,400 range, and then just basically double down on a quality experience for everyone.
Thanks to Kevin and Heather for the interview, and congratulations to all runners.